Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Manifest. Unlike the last few times where I literally had no direction in what I was doing, I actually have something that I want to talk about today. A topic, as it were. Obviously, a lot of you guys have probably already, especially if you're in my Discord or you watch my stream or anything like that, or just if you pay attention to game news in general, you probably know that there is a new Mario game in the making coming out in July. Pretty close to my birthday, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, they are coming out with a new Paper Mario game called Paper Mario and the Origami King, and it looks fucking gorgeous from just seeing the previews of it. And the gameplay looks better than what I was expecting. After playing Sticker Star, did not like Sticker Star. I'll go into more of that later. Have not played Color Splash, but I know that you still used a kind of card-based battle system. But I still don't know if it was a good one or not. I'll have to try that one out later. But it looks like it goes a bit more back to the basics of Paper Mario. I mean, it looks like there's still a new flair on it, but I mean, Action Commands is really where it was at for me when I was playing those games. And honestly, and if you're wondering why I'm holding the Switch, goddamn, why do I forget what the controllers are called? Like right when I need to know what they're called. The Joy-Cons. There we go. It's because I'm playing Animal Crossing right now because I've been obsessed with it. But I really need to record this video, so we're recording it right now. Don't worry, I can mindlessly catch bugs and stuff and still talk to you guys. So, Paper Mario is a really influential game in my life just because I mean, I've been playing games since I was young. I think Super Mario 64 was my very first N64 game. I mean, I'd played the previous Mario games, but I fucking loved it. And then when Paper Mario came out, I was really wowed because honestly, I played Paper Mario before I played Super Mario RPG. Though Paper Mario is different, it does have some similar elements. I don't know how I'm talking today. But one of the biggest things being action commands, which are things you can do, basically an extra part of battle you can do while you're fighting to defend, to decrease damage, or to do more damage. Where it, as in Super Mario RPG, every weapon had a way or a specific timing that you hit in order to do more damage, and also when something attacked you, generally at the time that you were hit, you could press a button and also reduce damage, which was super helpful because, you know, you could get through the game technically without knowing any of this, but it makes the game so much easier if you know how to defend and do extra damage. Because, I mean, honestly, like, why not? Of course, you want to be able to protect yourself and all that. And in Paper Mario, to be perfectly honest, if you don't know how to do action commands, it makes the game so much harder. Like they want you to be able to do the action commands. But yeah, I remember playing Paper Mario when I was younger, and I fucking loved it. I still love that game to this day. Though my favorite in the series, because the first game is just called Paper Mario. And the second game in the series is Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door, which I'm actually going through on stream right now. I have some uploads of it on YouTube. I'm most of the way done. I might actually finish it tonight. We'll have to see, though. But that game is absolutely fantastic. It basically takes all the mechanics and stuff that you knew in the first game and polishes them up. And the graphics as well. And I know this year's the 35th anniversary of Mario, and I'm really hoping that's one of the games that they port to Switch, but we'll just kind of have to see how things go. But it honestly, Paper Mario, I know, was on the eShop for Wii U. As far as I can tell, the Thousand-Year Door is only available on GameCube, or if you emulate it. Honestly, I'd highly recommend it because it is a fantastic title. But yeah. Like, Paper Mario was really good. That the action commands worked out well. Like, it took a little bit. Thankfully, in later versions of the game, you don't have to, because in the first game, you don't have action commands right off the bat. You literally just attack and take damage. Like, you cannot defend yourself. But it's fairly early on in the game that you get the item that allows you to do action commands, and it makes a huge difference, especially later on in the game when things start doing a lot more damage, and you want to make sure that you're not, constantly dying after each fight. But, like, it's just a really good game, and all things considered, like, it's funny because people will be like, well, Nintendo can't make, like, games for older people because they always make kiddie games. And you know what? Granted, Nintendo has usually been geared towards a younger audience, but to me, the Paper Mario series is good for any age of person. Like, it has very tongue-in-cheek humor that might pass over the heads of some kids anyway. But, like, there's a lot of stuff that's really amazing, especially, like, the later iterations. Like I said, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door is a bit darker too than the original Paper Mario. But it's definitely worth it. The mechanics are amazing. Like, the different things you can do and learn in that game. Like, they did a fantastic job making that game. And even the graphics hold up till now because they're it's like paper kind of, they're not really pixelated. I mean, I guess compared to stuff you'd see now, they're fairly pixelated, but like, it looks really good. And that's why I hope that they can bring it up and kind of clean it up for Switch if they could port it to there, because then it would look even better. It's kind of like if you play the Nintendo Switch online stuff, like with the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo games on there, like, they look fantastic. They're so crisp. So if they can put that on, like, the older Mario games and bring those up, then it's awesome too, because then anybody can access that game rather than just people who have access to, like, a GameCube or an emulator. So, but yeah, Paper Mario is really good, and I love the music and all of that. Granted, the battle theme gets kind of annoying in the first Paper Mario because it's literally, I think it's like a 10 to 15 second loop. It's not very long. Battles in the Thousand Year Door, the music's a little bit of a longer loop, and it just feels a lot more engaging. Honestly, you'd have to play to really understand, or you could, like I said, I have my playthrough on YouTube that I'll probably link both Paper Mario and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door afterwards. But those are two really good games. And then the next game in the series after that is Super Paper Mario, which I don't enjoy it as much as the Thousand Year Door, even though it still does have a very good story. The biggest turnoff for me was the fact that the battle system changed drastically. I know a lot of people don't like turn-based battle systems and stuff like that, so I can understand if more people are kind of like, well, this is fine, because in Super Paper Mario, the turn-based battle system is completely discarded. It basically goes back to the roots of Mario, which is you jumping on enemies, and that's how you damage them. Is you're just running around, and they're outside, so you're not ever really getting into a battle scene, because both Paper Mario and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, much like Super Mario RPG, are turn-based. Though it always goes in order, basically, where you go first and then the enemies go. Whereas Super Mario RPG was still based more off of stats, whether or not you go, like, multiple times or something like that. But Super Paper Mario goes back to the basics of jumping on things, and then you just have a score total at the top, and once you reach a certain amount of points, then you level up and you can choose to either have more health or do more damage. So it's very simplified, but it works for it, especially since that Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario, works a bit more on the platforming aspect than the other ones had, because there's a lot more interaction with scenery and stuff like that. There were platforming bits in Paper Mario, like the previous Paper Marios, but not really like you're mostly just running around over on a flat surface, like checking out the scenery and fighting stuff. But yeah, like, those games are fantastic. And then that brings me to Paper Mario Sticker Star, which I loved how it looked and felt, but the battle system just like destroyed it for me. And also, like, I mean, all of the Paper Marios are pretty linear. You know, you go on, you do this, and then it's like, okay, well, you should go to this area. Da, da, da. They did kind of a weird thing where they made it so that every place you go to, it was like an overworld map, kind of like Super Mario World, where you like go to the next area and then you go in there, and it was just, it felt kind of weird, like jilted. Like the world didn't feel as expansive because of the fact that instead of walking between areas to get to different parts of the world, you were literally just going to different areas like on the overhead map. And I hated the battle system of Sticker Star, because the battle system of Sticker Star it's in the name itself. You use stickers to attack, but the thing is, when you use these stickers, they disappear from your inventory. Like, that's it. And you have to keep on buying more stickers, because when you run out of stickers, you just can't do anything. I can't remember if you get like a basic attack or something if you don't have any stickers, but if you don't, like, you do shitty ass damage and you'll just end up dying because you have no good attacks. So that, the weird, like, that system I did not like, because if I play a game that has a card-based battle system, I want a game that has a true card-based battle system where you choose like a deck and you shuffle the cards, and then whatever card you draw, okay, you go with those, but then you can reshuffle them. Not something where you have to buy them every single time you use them, because that just seems really weird. Like, I did not like that, especially after, you know, playing the original Mario games and being like, okay, cool, like, can I please... Can I please just, like, have stuff? Like, because I was totally fine with just, you know, turn-based attack and all that. But that was probably the one thing that I really did not like about Sticker Star. And I think a lot of people did not like that aspect. Like, I was totally okay with just jumping on things' heads and all that, you know? I didn't need them to add in that mechanic. I think Color Splash actually has a card-based system, which would be the next one. That one is actually one that I have not played. The biggest reason being that I just did not have a Wii U, which is what that game came out on. I have a Wii U now, mostly because they dropped in price drastically. I never really had a desire to get a Wii U. They had a few good games, but not enough to really justify the price tag on it. You know, even using it to upscale like Wii games, I was just like, eh. And even the one I have, it's not 100% compatible, because there are certain things that just don't work. They just don't fucking work on there. Like, one of the games I played was Trauma Center Second Opinion. It just would not play on the Wii U. I had to play that one through my Wii, and thankfully I have like an HDMI cable. That's how I've been playing Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. Is I have a cable that converts the Wii signal directly into HDMI. The only thing that sucks is that it tends to have desync after a little while with the audio, which is a problem that I've been having with Thousand-Year Door. Yeah, I can restart the capture, thankfully, to fix that. But it's still kind of annoying. I'd rather if it was just okay, which is another reason that I'd be okay with Thousand-Year Door coming to Switch, because then that's a true, you know, HDMI console, so I wouldn't have to worry about audio desync or anything like that. But yeah. Another game that I played, it's mostly because the Mario and Luigi series is another fantastic series, and one of those games is Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which includes Paper Mario. It's kind of a mashup of the two worlds, the Mario and Luigi world and the Paper Mario world. So I don't really know which side that would fall on. I guess it would just be a mashup. It wouldn't really be purely one or the other, even though it's mostly the Mario and Luigi universe there. But I thought that was a fantastic game. A few people didn't like it. I think it's just because it was fairly short, but I loved it. But like I said, I'm someone who really loves a lot of Mario games. Like, I devote a day in my stream to Mario games, which is Sunday. Although I'm going to probably play and try to beat Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door, so I can start up on the next one. Because I mean, I've got what else do I have to do today? Really, nothing. So I'll probably do that because I really love Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. It's a fucking fantastic game. So highly recommended if you can figure out a way to play it, or if you have the games, replay them, because getting ready for July for that new release is going to be. I feel like it's going to be fantastic. Like, honestly, I have loved pretty much all the shit that has come out on the Switch, whether it's been like remakes of stuff or new stuff and all that. Like Link's Awakening, I fucking loved what they did with that. A lot of people were like, it's not worth $60, but you know what? Honestly, to me it was worth every penny, because you know what? Like, that was my childhood right there. I actually have a copy, and I'm sorry if this doesn't show up very well on the camera. I have a copy of the Japanese version of Link's Awakening and DX, which is the version that has the colored tunic. And that I'm going to play on stream eventually, because I love Link's Awakening. Like, we had the original version. We got the DX version. When it came out on Switch, I got it, and I love that it is like screen for fucking screen, exactly the same as the original. The lines are the same. The only thing they changed was they added more stuff to the crane game. Like, everything else, like line for line, they say the same thing. Screen for screen, it's the same thing. A lot of people were mad because it wasn't exactly the same. With the top-down view, like the view was a bit different, and it didn't, I think the new one doesn't have like the screen squares the exact same way, but like it's really a fantastic fucking title. Like, highly recommended. Like, a lot of people were kind of talking shit on the art style because they didn't like it, and I think it works perfectly for it, because let's be honest, the Zelda games have had a bajillion different styles, and it's like, what exactly would you want them to look? I'm guessing they were wanting to be more like A Link to the Past, but of course they're going to try something new. And I mean, Link's Awakening, when it first came out, it's just a flat. You saw Link; he was like really scrunched up with his little sword, because that's what they had on the Game Boy. But like the music remixes, like the orchestrated music, is fucking amazing. That's another title I would recommend. I know I've been talking about Paper Mario, but Link's Awakening is fucking amazing. So I really hope to see more. I know one of the big things that I'm really hoping for is hopefully Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons are also brought to the Switch, but we'll have to see. I think Link's Awakening not got a good enough reception that hopefully they'll work on that. But that's the other thing. Nintendo is really fucking good at not telling us things that they don't want us to know about, because like this Paper Mario game just came out of fucking left field. It's been less than a week, and it's like, we didn't know about this shit. You know, they were just like, oh, hey, by the way, check this out. And we're like, oh, okay. And it's a pleasant surprise, because fuck yeah, I want to see that shit on the Switch. But man, whew. I probably just sound like a huge Nintendo fanboy, but honestly, like, they have been like I said, they've been hitting it out of the park, and I love all the shit that they've been releasing. You know, I have a PlayStation, but I really haven't seen a whole lot of stuff that I care about. Like, I know The Last of Us 2 and Ghosts of Tsushima and stuff like that are coming out, but it's not really stuff that interests me specifically. Like, I don't know. And I like people who are like, well, you're not a hardcore gamer unless you like all the shooter games or all that. And it's like, no, you can love any kind of fucking game. That's the thing. Like, I've been playing Animal Crossing nonstop. Does that mean I'm not a gamer? No, it just means I fucking love catching fish and bugs and shit. I'm playing it right now, so what the hell? It's fine. But, goddamn. Like, I just love the stuff they've been coming out with. And like I said, because it's the 35th anniversary of Mario, I'm really, really hoping that they oh man, I'm really hoping that they fuck, man, I can't even talk right now. And I'm really hoping that they come up with like some of the older titles. Like, I know a lot of people shit on Sunshine, but I really hope Sunshine shows up. And I hope what they do, because the biggest problem a lot of my friends have with Sunshine is the fact that the controls are weird. And what I mean by that is basically every Mario game, every 3D Mario game, I think even Super Mario 64, had 8 points of articulation in the controls. Apparently, Sunshine only had 4, which is why, if you've ever played it, you might notice it's a little slippery feeling. And that's why. Like, they had the ability to give him 8 points of articulation, like movement on there, but they didn't. So I'm hoping if they do bring that to Switch, they correct that so it's a bit tighter feeling. But like I said, we just have to kind of wait and see what Nintendo is going to do, because they've hinted at things, but they haven't really said specifically what's what. We just know that we're going to get some older titles, and we just got to wait and see. But yeah, that's my spiel for today. I hope you guys enjoyed me just kind of rambling about Paper Mario, because it's a fucking fantastic game. Like I said, if you have the ability to, definitely Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door, Super Paper Mario are fantastic titles. Don't know about Color Splash? Sticker Star, if you can find it in like a bargain bin, you can try it out. Maybe you'll like it more than I did. I mean, like, aesthetically, it's a very nice looking game, but did not like the gameplay. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for being here and hanging out during the Monday Manifest. We will be back next week with a different topic. I might figure something out during the week. Maybe it'll be a game that I was playing. Maybe it'll be some other current event stuff going on. But as always, if you have a topic you'd like me to talk about, or something like a game system, a game, the series, anime, whatever the fuck, just let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. Until then, you guys have a fantastic Monday, and I will see you next week.